Bonsoir Angelica, Monayong.
Bonsoir Amandine.
Alors c'est un plaisir pour nous de vous recevoir dans cette série d'interviews Woman King Sales Edition.
C'est un plaisir partagé et merci à vous pour penser à moi et pour l'invitation et pour être ici aujourd'hui.
Alors, professionnel certifié en gestion de l'expérience client avec une solide expérience dans le secteur bancaire en Afrique centrale. Actuellement, vous êtes directrice commerciale adjointe en charge du marketing et de la communication chez Bange. Est-ce qu'on peut avoir plus d'informations sur vous, votre parcours? Présentez-vous.
Merci beaucoup pour me donner la parole. Je suis Angelica Maria Monayong. Et dans le métier professionnel, les gens m'appellent Angelica Monayong de plus. Je suis équato-guinéenne d'origine et j'ai 35 ans. Mon parcours professionnel, ça commence en 2013 en Guinée équatoriale et je peux dire toujours que mon métier a été être bancaire. Après que j'ai fini les études en Afrique du Sud, je suis rentrée au pays en octobre 2012. Et j'avais fait comme tout le monde, quand tu arrives, tu cherches du travail, tu fais les... Mais à un moment donné, je suis commencée à une société de construction, mais ça n'était pas vraiment... Qu'est-ce que je cherchais? En 2013 janvier, je commence mon parcours professionnel à Bange, Banque nationale de Guinée équatoriale. Je suis commencée dans la section de commercial comme agence de vente parce que c'est le moment où je viens de l'école et ils s'enchaînent les gens pour faire une restructuration dans tout ce qui était le département commercial. Pour la base à l'Afrique du Sud, pour rentrer un peu, j'ai fait des études en commerce international, j'ai fait les études à tout ce qui est business et sales. Et aussi, à un moment donné dans ma vie, même j'avais commencé une carrière comme informaticienne. Je continue comme ça et en 2014, c'est ma première promotion. Je sors comme accueil, qui était accueil et j'étais gestionnaire de portefeuille dans un premier bureau qui à cette époque comme un caissier VIP, n'était pas une agence VIP. Et Bange Guinée équatoriale fait sa première agence VIP qui s'appelle Banca Privada à la date d'aujourd'hui. C'est une agence très très connue en 2014. Et en 2017, la Banca Privada qui était une agence de presque 2 ans d'existence, c'était l'agence plus profitable à l'exercice 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, jusqu'à quand ils sont amenés au Cameroun. En 2017, je sors ma diplôme dans la université en Espagne qui s'appelle la Université Polytechnique de Madrid. Je sors mon premier diplôme en marketing et réseau. C'est ça qui me mène plus dans le domaine de marketing. En Guinée équatoriale, je n'avais jamais travaillé dans le métier de marketing comme j'ai fait ici les dernières années. En 2021, pendant on a fini ça. On arrive à l'époque de Covid et Bange Guinée équatoriale avait déjà commencé son plan d'expansion. On va dire qu'on avait déjà ouvert une agence, un bureau de représentation à Madrid en 2017 et ils ont commencé à faire l'expansion des filiales en Afrique. Et on commence avec le plan de Cameroun, qu'on a eu l'agrément en 2019. Mais pendant 2020 que tout ça a été fait, ce n'était pas possible de commencer les travaux et on commence les travaux en 2021. Et c'est comme ça que je me trouve au Cameroun.
Alors, Angelica, vous êtes arrivée au Cameroun, on est en 2000...
On est en 2024, non?
En 2024.
Je suis arrivée... je suis arrivée pour rester en octobre 2021. Mais ma première entrée au Cameroun en termes pour le travail, c'est en mai, 30 mai 2021.
On rappelle que vous êtes polyglotte, donc très à l'aise dans plusieurs langues. Donc, on va essayer de switcher en fonction des questions pour votre plus grand plaisir.
Ah, OK.
Voilà. You earlier spoke about the key challenges you had when coming in Cameroon, as for the cultural part. we have a lot of tribes and people are different from one tribe to another. But did you have or faced any specific obstacles gender related in your area?
Yes, I have. Well, I don't like to talk about it, but in 2022, I remember, I think it was in May, when we opened, June, July, when we opened our branch in Crise. I used to have some colleagues, I won't say the name, but it's an experience I have. First, I'll say that, as I told you, I'm someone who's very open-minded. So I don't have that issues with people that because we are not from the same country, we are not from the I'm open to everybody. And because I think that I can learn from everybody. And plus, when I see myself in a country that doesn't belong to me, so I was needed of the people from here to be better and to adapt. Yes, but at some point, yes, I met so great people. Till today, they still friend, they still mentor, they still colleague. But also, I have bad experience. One of my bad experience, what I face is like, at some point, I received like anonymous letter from work, from people saying like, you know, like fishy things from me that I was like, this is not
Go back to your country?
No, from not my country, colleagues from here, because
the letters, the content of the letters you received.
Yes.
What were they saying actually?
I will arrive there because as I was telling you, when we start doing, when I arrived here, they told me, no, you will be like deputy self in charge of marketing and communication. As I told you, was my first experience work full of marketing and communication. I just started doing my job. I was learning also, and I work like many agencies in the market who they follow us in marketing and communication. And also I try to know many people doing very well in communication, because when you are working in communication, marketing from bank is different from any other society, because the bank has some. You have to follow some procedures that are specific to the bank. So one part of my job also is like whenever we are opening a branch, I'm the one who has to follow what is the opening of that branch. They say I have to be in charge that the branding is okay, launching of the brand, all the people that they have to attend the event, how the event will take place, like choosing the person who will do the decor, choosing the person, all the person who will
everything concerning
the branding, everything concerning the event. So I started to do this, and also as you see me, I'm so fabulous, I can say, and I'm someone who likes to live her life. And people here, sometimes I can say I don't want to offend nobody, but some people they are not open-minded. Whenever they see you living some kind of life, they will be thinking that because this maybe is taking money from the bank, is stealing, he thinks that is who. And so I received a letter, an anonymous letter from someone from us saying that, you think that you are the son of the president of your country, you are living the best life, you are like being fabulous, using expensive bags also. And one thing I wanted to say about it, because I chose Cameroon, as I was telling you before, I chose Cameroon because I realized that professional for Cameroon, I will be going further, you see, because I have the chance today that I work in 2 different countries, in 2 different markets in Africa. As everybody know, Cameroon is the biggest market in terms of bank in Central Africa. Even today, Cameroon has, I think, 19 banks, or most of that bank that foreigners bank. So there are not 2 countries in Africa with the same opportunity when you want to grow professional in banks like Cameroon. So for me, that part was important, because in EG, you meet yourself at the end of the day knowing everybody. I've been selling to everybody, but here, and also the system is different, but here you have to push yourself.
The more the challenges.
Yes, you have challenges, and here you can see the challenges. You have to push yourself because you have to be on the top. You have to be aware of what's going on the market to have the best profit, to have the best client, and to reduce the risks of your bank. Because here, as we have many clients, many businessmen, many societies, also we have many dangerous people, clients. So you have to be aware of everything. So that at some point was what made me choose and be happy at the end of the day that I was one of the persons chosen to be working in Cameroon, because the experience I have today in my last 2 years and a half working on Cameroon, I can be sure that I didn't have it when I arrived here.
So how did you overcome those challenges?
Yes,
those colleagues sending you those.
Like I said, at some point, someone else will be like close and say, okay, I've been arranged harassment, so I will stop to not talking with nobody. And me, I didn't take it in account. I say, if you think that I'm doing something fishy, I'm doing something bad, if you think that you have all the proof, you will be facing me. Someone who is sending you an anonymous letter is because at some point he sees something in you that he would like to have, would like to be, but it doesn't have your way, because everybody has his way particularly. Everybody can just sign on his way. Everybody has his own style. So me, that didn't. I think that make me more strong. And at some point, tell me, Angelica, you are here to sign. So you have to do the best on your work. And at some point, your work will talk alone. So from that day, I put myself, and I still like learning from my job. I put in a strategy to bring the best client to me, to bring the best client to the bank, to work most as a team. And as someone like at my team, I'm not taking all the work for me now. I like to release myself. Whatever I do, I know that one of my colleagues, part of my team, can do it. So I will just tell him how to do it, that they are not depending on me, because I don't want, like, when I'm not here, they say, no, because Angelica is not here. Me, I become more like open mind with that, because at some point I was like, closing myself of what happened won't give me, I will just affect my work. So at some point that made me more strong. And
that's great.
Yeah.
You came into Cameroon in 2021, a shock a little bit when coming in, then some challenges which you overcame, thanks to God, maybe. How did you prepare, or were you prepared coming to a new country? I know your first choice would have been Ivory Coast, but in a certain way, were you prepared culturally to have those challenges before coming to the rewarding part of coming into this country? Were you a little bit mentally or physically prepared to what you were coming to meet on the ground?
I didn't know what I was about come and meet. I was not ready, to be honest. I didn't prepare myself.
It was really a surprise.
Not that surprise at all, because it's Central Africa, and a little bit people in Central Africa are a little bit the same.
Yeah.
So at some point that made me not be too much surprised, because the same can happen to you in Equatorial Guinea, in Gabon, in Congo. Everything that is Central Africa, we have certain way of do things, certain manners in common. So I didn't prepare myself. And I was not that surprised that can happen, because I know that people, they are different in certain
no matter
way.
Where they are coming from.
Yes, it's like the same way you meet people who love you for nothing, you meet people who hate you for nothing.
Okay, after talking about the challenges of coming into a new country, which aspect of this international mobility have been very or most rewarding?
Most, sorry?
Rewarding, like coming into Cameroon, the great part of it? I know you spoke about the fact that there's a lot of diversity.
The great part of Cameroon, a part of the diversity, are the opportunities. Yes, Cameroon is a market that everybody has a part. So when you arrive in Cameroon, wherever you arrive in, be sure that if you have a good strategy, you'll be having a good part.
And there's a place for everybody.
Yes, Cameroon is a place for everybody. And Cameroon has something that most of the country doesn't have in Central Africa, the three countries. I'm always speaking about the three countries. Cameroon have consumers. And when you have consumers, you can be sure that you'll be having someone buying from what you are selling. The truth is, you're supposed to, tu dois regarder ton cible de, comment ça s'appelle, ton cible de marché. Quand tu trouves ton cible de marché et tu fais le produit adapté à ton cible de marché, tu vas réussir. Ça, c'est la particularité de Cameroun.
Alors, vous êtes manager et en tant que directrice adjointe du département commercial en charge du marketing et de la communication, vous êtes à la tête d'une équipe. Comment ça s'est passé, le management de cette équipe?
Wow. Bon, pour faire facile, je me mets toujours dans le contexte de que je suis part de l'équipe. I'm always be a colleague, not a boss, never a boss. Also, like you see myself, everybody calling me Angelica, because I think that when you have like, you know, respect is not about calling you boss, but when you have like certain proximity with your team, will be better to managing them. You'll be better to do the work. And for me, for managing, because out of the experience that I've been brand manager for many years, give me actually the experience of managing a team, because when you are a brand manager, you are doing the representation of the general MD in a sales unity. So in most of the branch, you will have like, let's say 10 people that are under you. So right now here is different, but also I've been using the same strategy. Always communicate with your team. Give them the right to tell you the things in the right way without insulting people. Listen to them and always be the advocate. Whenever they have an issue, do less that they can be happy. Because when you have a team that is happy, even they feel that you can give them a solution. You won't give them 100% the solution because it's not depend on you. But listen to them and also be like, have empathy. Because you know, being in the sales department is not easy. I don't know how happen in other companies, but in the bank, whatever is bad is you. There is no client, is your fault. People are not paying their allowance, is your fault. You are not doing enough deposit, is your fault. And at some point you feel that they are not really giving you the values that a commercial department needs, because at the end of the day, if we are not bringing clients to the bank, the other department will be having nothing to do, because the bank, as we say, the client is the king at the bank. We depend on clients. A bank without clients will be closing the door. But those clients, the first contact in the bank, in the commercial, is the commercial department. And what I'm trying to do is always be close to my team. And it's a little bit because in the commercial department here, I'm the only one from Equatorial Guinea.
Alors Angelica, work-life balance. Je crois qu'on peut évoquer cet aspect maintenant. On le voit, vous êtes une jeune femme, pleine de ressources, passionnée et ambitieuse. Est-ce qu'en partant de la Guinée, c'était un tout petit peu difficile de venir au Cameroun? Et est-ce que vous avez laissé quelque chose derrière, une famille derrière, en dehors vraiment de la tâche au pays? Est-ce qu'il y a quelque chose qui aurait pu vous faire ne pas venir au Cameroun?
Alors, la seule chose qui me pouvait faire de ne venir au Cameroun jusqu'à la date d'aujourd'hui, c'était l'opinion de mon père. Parce que jusqu'à la date d'aujourd'hui, ma famille, c'est toujours mon père, my mother and my siblings. But from the first day they announced me that I would be moving to Cameroon, I asked my father for his point. Like, Dad, do you think that is a good opportunity opportunity to take the chance to move to Cameroon. And he told me, yes, why not? Cameroon is a big market and I know you, so I think that you will be good living in Cameroon and having your own experience living in Cameroon.
Vie de carrière, vie professionnelle et vie personnelle, est-ce que vous arrivez à trouver un équilibre entre les deux? Qu'est-ce qu'il faut faire par exemple pour trouver un équilibre entre les deux lorsqu'on est une femme?
Lorsque tu es une femme, pour trouver l'équilibre, je dis toujours que quand tu es avec la personne adéquate, on va trouver toujours l'équilibre, parce qu'on dit toujours que si personne t'aime, il va aimer tout ce que tu fais. Il sera ta première fan, c'est lui qui va t'épouser, c'est lui qui va t'accompagner, c'est lui qui va t'encourager. Mais si on trouve personne qui n'est pas à l'aise avec ce que c'est, peut-être que c'est ton ennemi. Et chacun a ses visions, chacun a ses everybody has his own dream. And at some point they told us to follow our dreams, because at some point most of the girls right now, we are not going to school, we are not having a career to just come and stay at home because you just get married with someone. Also, you have to feel that you are good enough doing something that is a part of family. Me, I'm not in that bullshit part, feminist, that they say that no, family doesn't matter. No, I think that family also is important, because being a boss and arrive at home at the end of the day and not having nobody there who is like, when you look at is your inspiration, like your babies or a family, is also sad. But at some point you're supposed to have the balance, but the balance is not depend of you, it's depend of who is your partner. Your partner is supposed to be your number one supporter. When your partner is your number one supporter, everything will be more will flow, will be more able to manage. But if you don't find it, just leave it and continue your way, because at some point someone good will arrive at your life. It will be easy to manage.
Talking about advices to young ladies and to young women, what can you say to those starting out in sales position? Because you spoke earlier about how you started. If someone had to advise you or accompany you, if you were the person being by your side, what would you have told to your younger self?
My younger self, sometimes I look at my younger self, I'm seeing my younger self every day, and as always I'm telling to my younger self, I'm not regretting to choose my career, but maybe I would have done many things better. But also, we have a program that we have directly, comment ça s'appelle, AVT, Agence de Vente Direct. We have that program, and most of them, they are young girls, and I'm always having talk with them and sharing my own experience with them. I'm always telling them to put their career first, but to not be too selfish, because at some point of my life I was too selfish because I wanted to have a career, and I think I lost people that they really love me. And because of my career, I didn't have time for them.
Too much work focused?
Yes, too much work focused, too much career. That's why I said to not be selfish, to find always the balance. To find always the balance, to have time for those who really love you, because they won't be there for a while. And also when it becomes a career, I'm always telling them they're supposed to be careful about people. Most of the people, when we are working in the sales department, most of people will come around you saying that they love you. They don't love you. They want to just make benefit of what you are working, to be having how do you call it? Benefit from your work. So you're supposed to be careful about who your private life. You're supposed to be open for work, for private life you're supposed to be closed, because most of the things you are doing in your private life can affect your personal life. So you're supposed to be intelligent, is what I'm always telling. And I'm always telling them, whatever they do good, they're supposed to do it in the good way without expecting nothing. Also, they're supposed to be good for everybody, because first you're supposed to have empathy.
Thanks a lot, Angelica. It's been a pleasure having you.
Muchas gracias a vosotras por invitarme. Me gustaría agradecer a todo el equipo de Evenementiel por esa magnífica idea. Es la primera edición de Woman Kings, mujeres que trabajan en lo comercial. Ha sido un placer para mí ser una de las primeras elegidas para lo que es la primera edición de este magnífico proyecto. De mi parte tienen todo el apoyo y esperamos que esta sea la primera edición de muchas ediciones. Pues gracias una vez más por este magnífico proyecto y espero que podamos estar siempre en colaboración. Chao.